Hi.
Hello.
Hi, hi,
Let me
hi.
put on my headphones real
No
quick.
worries. We are live with,
Hello?
yep. Dinke, welcome. I'm Ken. This is Dinke.
So
We are
I'm
here for the second match of the War in the Pacific. This is a semifinal match between the Shower Gang and Boljoint. We just saw Boljoint totally dismantle the NLT team, which was unfortunate. Just a level difference. You know what I mean? It was
yep,
it
of
played out
course.
the way that it should was expected to play out, right? Uh, oh,
Can get the hell out of the
oh yeah.
slot.
What am I doing? What am I doing? I thought they needed me.
No,
I
no,
thought they
no.
needed me mid, but
You were just
guess
you were
not.
just a replacement,
Yeah, they
bro.
pushed me to the side.
Yeah, man.
Let me
You're
check if
just
these teams
substitute.
are ready. Oh, let me throw up that sponsor loop, by the way. The War in the Pacific is brought to you by heavy hitters Guam Windward Memorial and the Guam Army National Guard. The funny thing about this tournament is that there's only like two teams from Guam, right? So uh, this should be interesting. This current team we have up here, we have the Shower Gang. Dinke, do you know where these guys are from? Are they all from Malaysia?
Yeah, all of them are from Malaysia.
They,
They're Malaysia represent.
are they like Poggy's best friends or something? Like this is like
Yeah,
Poggy's close friends or
real life
something?
friends as well. Real life friends as well.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah. They've been together for quite a while. So they if anyone's going to be afraid of a very organized teams, I'd say it's the two teams in front of you right now, Shao Gang and Ball Joint.
I see.
So this is aside from the grand finals, which we don't know who will be in it yet, this
Mm-hmm.
will be one of the most hyped matches that you'll see.
I'm excited to see it. You know, tomorrow we have a couple other good games. We're waiting. We're just waiting for the teams to confirm that they're ready to go. But we have good games lined up for tomorrow as well. We have the War and Rage, another Guam team, good mid player too, versus the Sinking Ship, SS Sinking Ship. And you've coached a few of those guys. We got like Yarek.
Uh can I confirm it? Because on Latte Esports you're not online.
Oh, it's a. I have a 5 minute delay.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect,
yeah, we
perfect.
have the 5 minute delay because of the wards and stuff, you know. And I know this is a
Yeah, of
competitive
course,
game,
of
so
course.
I don't want these guys
Mm,
to, get mad about it.
understandable.
But
All right.
yeah, and after that we have AHUP. God knows what that stands for. Someone help me out. Nitro, help me. What does that stand for? Versus the one, the only colonists,
Colonizers.
colonizers.
Get it
Oh
right,
my
Ken. You
God!
can't even get your teams
I
right,
put
Ken.
it on the
Colonizer.
logo. I put it on the
Co-
logo.
nice design, dude. Can't even get your teams right. Nice
Oh my
production.
God,
And this guy is
that's
sponsored, guys. This guy is
oh my
sponsored.
God, man!
Okay,
Sponsored
so
by yeah, but yeah, that should be a good match. I'm actually pretty excited to see those games tomorrow. Um, I'm excited to see this game right now when these teams are ready. Let's just check if Shower Gang.
yeah. Raging says he's ready. So
I'm just waiting for Shower Gang, and then we'll get the show on the road.
yeah, I'm excited as well.
So, any predictions for the game? I mean, you know, these teams are both obviously very good. Okay, good luck, have fun. Let's get the action started.
I think
That
what's the most important lane to look out for will be the mid lane because that's essentially shower gangs and ball joints star players. The mid laner of ball joint is incredibly skilled and will roll over any team if he's given the opportunity to and he snowballs out of control.
mhm.
Same thing for shower gang. They will likely put Apricity mid, who is again their star player. I think he's immortal rank thereabout.
Okay.
And the entire rest of Shower Gang is very tempo based, which is how Ball Joint as well likes to play. So I'd say for now it's 50-50, but I have a small little bias towards Shower Gang because I do know them a bit.
Okay. Okay.
But I think if there's any indication of how the game will look like, it will truly be
The mid lane.
the result of the mid lane because
Okay.
that's where the tempo will come from.
So you
So Ball,
expect the
yeah.
mid lane choices to be
Kept for last essentially. So it's heavily in Shower Gang's favor that they have the last pick
mhm.
because they have both 18th and 24th pick, which means that um their ball joints mid player will not have the advantageous lane, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense for sure. So we see the same bands from Boljoint here again, the Vengeful and the Bloodseeker band, and we see a Night Stalker and a Silencer band, and there was a pretty quick band there.
Yep. So these teams essentially know what they are looking out for. They know what counters their drafts. But
Mm-hmm.
that was a very fast pick on Tiny and Dawnbreaker. I know Shower Gang likes the Dawnbreaker, so this is the first time I'm seeing them play it. So I'm excited to see what they will do with this Dawnbreaker
So
because it's
is
new
it
in
because
captain
that
mode as
new
well.
what is it, the Ag Shard or the Scepter or something? Is that why is Dawnbreaker like so crazy right now? Or is she still just
This
overtuned?
Okay, so the scepter is incredibly strong because first of all, you increase your healing and your channel time is reduced, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the total duration is increased to 6 seconds. So if you get the arcs, it's effectively a lot of healing, not to mention the evasion that comes along with the Aghanim Scepter on um the Dawnbreaker out. But even before the Acceptor, it's about global presence that Dawnbreaker brings. You know, a lot of the times when you are playing a three,
Mm-hmm.
let's say they are running a Dawnbreaker tree, usually a three likes to initiate or counter initiate, right?
Yeah.
But they have to be present where the fight is going to happen. Dawnbreaker, on the other hand, she can freely play on the other side of the map. And if anybody gets gone on or a fight is initiated, Dawnbreaker can just jump in from the other side of the map and she's there in the fight. Effectively a healing nature's prophet or an IO to that extent.
So, in that regard, if Dawnbreaker is playing that role where she's kind of like just pushing out a wave or pushing out a dead lane or whatnot, where does the one like end up farming? Like, will the one
So
like
it's the
go
one
ahead?
generally wouldn't go into the dead lane in the first place. They'd be taking safer farms around the own off lanes or in the triangle. But
Mm.
let's see the bands because okay, so I'm surprised that Balljoint decided to go for the Tide Hunter because Nyx is generally seen as the one best counter against Dawnbreaker, but they decided to go for the Tide Hunter instead.
Yeah, we see the ban too for on the Knicks.
So you see, Shower Gang insta bans the Nyx without even second thinking it because they know that that is the counter to Dawnbreaker. Same thing for Ball Joint is that they took the Tide Hunter, right? But they banned the Rubik as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So both teams very comfortable with what they are about to bring out in this best of one. And it matters because well, you lose this game, you're out.
Yep, definitely, definitely.
$200 from Cansanity's
I
pocket.
know from
Go.
my pocket. This is not going to my baby. It's going to you guys. It's crazy.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Tiny. I like the Tiny open, right? Like, cause you can kind of flex it, right? We saw it played as the one in the last game,
Hmm.
but I mean, it's still playable in other roles, right? Like,
You still can play it mid as a tempo, you get Blink Dagger, you get Echo Saber, and you're running being causing chaos on the map. Especially if the supports on Shower Gang are pretty squishy. You can run it as a four. I don't really like Tiny Four that much anymore, but you still can. So that's that. They ban Ball Joint do ban the Doom. Um so they might suspect this Dawnbreaker is either a five, or they think that that Shower Gang might run the Doom mid. So we'll have to see what it goes. But Shower Gang do ban out the Bane, which is one of Ball Joint's, I'd say, best picks that they have because it's free and easy setup. Not to mention BKB piercing disables.
so the Dawnbreaker is a three though, right? Like,
It could be run as a five. So
mm,
Shower Gang is still keeping it pretty flexible. Because Dawnbreaker can be run as a five because you rush Holy Locket, and suddenly the healing that she causes as she's costing her out is a lot. So they are still committing for that flex. And I respect that because you want to retain information of the draft. So now you see one support, which is the Green Stroke, the Dawnbreaker is a 3 or 5, and the Juggernaut is the guaranteed one. So it's
yep,
still where is this Dawnbreaker going? Okay,
yep.
so the Shadow Demon pick, I like it to a certain extent that you can slow the Juggernaut in his spin, and it offers some form of save against Omni Slash as well. So that's that. And you can't purge off Shadow Poison, so the Juggernaut will have to time his spin pretty accurately. If not, he'll be hit by a lot of Shadow Poison damage if this Shadow Demon is going on 4.
Hmm.
But I do see why they took this Shadow Demon. It's also pretty good setup.
So when you pick some like a hero with a like long cooldown or like Tide Hunter, do you want the rest of the team to have like more tempo fighting, or do you want to just go all in into that type of like wombo combo, dropping 2 or 3 big ults kind of
Well,
strategy,
yeah.
or does
So let's say that you run a Tide Hunter in a draft, right? It's very crucial to play around the Ravage timing, because if you don't have Ravage, the Tide Hunter is essentially a base defending bot, right?
yeah?
Like all you do is sit in front of a tower and just anchor smash it out and hope that they jump on you so that your team can counter initiate. But okay, let's belay the point on the Tide Hunter. This Hoodwink pick is actually pretty um it works very well with the Shadow Demon and the Tiny. So you can see what Boljoint is going for. They're going again with their standard. You set up with some form of support
Mm-hmm.
initiation, which is the disruption. They can follow it up with either the Tiny toss Evertoss combo or the Hoodwink tree bushwhack and sharpshooter. So
Yep.
they play around this Shadow Demon. So I think Shower Gang now needs to find something that is able to jump in and find the Shadow Demon. I'm gonna disrupt the pickup. Okay, so both teams essentially are going for pretty long cooldown spells like Knee Slash and Solar Guardian, Static Storm, Ravage.
Mm-hmm.
So to back to the point that you said regarding what do you want, right? It really depends on the team, because if you do pick a lot of huge team fight outs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, there is a lot of downtime if you blow all the outs in a single fight, which gives a huge opening for the enemy team to kind of um
Yeah,
barge
punish
in
you.
and
Yeah.
play aggressively. So you could try and compensate with um a few smaller stunts, cheap stunts if you will, so that you can hold off the aggression. So it really depends on what the team wants. And ball joint is committing for a lot of picked off oriented kind of play style where it's very easy setup. So while the Tide Hunter does provide that huge team fight, the rest of the team is able to play the tempo and play um with their short cooldowns.
This is interesting. We see the Quap Lena bands and the Invoker and the Snap ban on the Bat Rider, who went pretty wild last game. I don't know if the mid pull is, or is the current lineup susceptible to Bat Rider?
So Shower Gang already did ban the Bat Rider, and yes, because they have a Juggernaut which does lasso which can lasso a Juggernaut through spin.
Mm-mm. I see, I see. So finally, we see the ball joint really taking some time with the pick here. Like, ninth pick on the mid. Can they
Yeah,
get?
it's pretty standard that they will save the mid for last. So for the moment, Shower Gang don't really have that many refraction breakers, but what they've done is to secure some form of they've doubled down on the mid game, because Templar Assassin is a flash farmer
Mm-hmm.
and if the tiny plays tempo, this Templar Assassin can run wild with ancient stacks and hard camp stacks in the triangle, especially since they're radiant, which makes it that much easier. And they play a very, very good Roshan taking lineup, especially the Tidehunter Gush. So Radiant does give them that access to Roshan control far easier than the Dire. So we'll have to see what Shao Gang does commit for their mid to deal with this TA. They might go for the Apricity Void Spirit, but against a TA it might be a bit rough, especially if she goes the Melt level 1 build. And an Ember Spirit, okay. So that was
Ember
still in the
Spirit.
pool. Yeah, and it does play to what Shao Gang really wants to do, and that is to get into the face of the Templar Assassin and the Tiny. So it abuses Ravage cooldown pretty well, because Ember Spirit, all he needs is his 3 remnants and he's good to go. So it's constant fighting that you'll see coming out from Shower Gang, trying to close out the map as soon as possible on this Templar Assassin and Tiny, trying not to let them farm for their timings and play to that. Especially since they do have the I'd say the Juggernaut doesn't fare as well against the Tiny because he is still susceptible to a Tiny combo, especially if he
Sure.
goes Echo Saber Daedalus kind of thing. But this Juggernaut can essentially shred their team if the Shadow Demon is dead with Omni Slash.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see who outplays who.
I'll tell you right now, though, I don't really like Boljoint's skin choice.
Ah,
Like, it
yes,
was really plain.
The TA is
Yeah, this is
eh.
crazy. I mean, at least right here on Shower Gang, they got better skins, although that Ember Spirit skin is not the finest, but it's better than no skins. So,
Why? Yeah, yeah. I'm happy that he doesn't have the nunchucks or the divine rapiers.
yeah, it's crazy. Or
Elitist.
at least the little color sand thing, at least one of those things. But anyway, as we go into the game,
Yeah, so as expected, the TA is going mid and it's a Raging Tomato Tiny. So it's similar to last game, except that they swapped the Bat Rider now for a TA. So
mm-hmm.
the game tempo will change a bit from what we saw the previous game. You won't see their mid laner Ozige. How do you pronounce that? I'm not sure.
I think it's
Uh
Osige, I think.
Ozige. Okay. So he can't, not say that he can't, but he wouldn't want to get as active as the Bat Rider can because he'll just be looking to farm up his Dragonlance Deso Blink before he really shows up to the fights. And until he gets his BKB right, he is still susceptible to the abilities of Shao Gang. So we have to see what both teams want to play.
Maeve going
And it
for
seems
the
like they want to
top
play for the
lane.
top route.
Oh, okay.
So they might just get the first blood here with the Shadow Demon going
Might get a
down.
second one
And the
too.
second blood,
Wow,
wow.
that's big.
Uh, so that essentially sums up the entire idea Shower Gang wants to play, and that is um for the times that I played against Boljoint, they tend to like to put Raging Tomato on some form of farming, flash farming carry, right? So by playing 4v4 or if you will 5v5 as Juggernaut showed up earlier. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
top lane the Juggernaut getting harassed a little bit. But back to what I was saying, right, is that if if both the Tiny and the TA don't do as well in their lanes, right? Then their draft essentially falls apart in the sense that they can't play to their mid game timing. So Shao Gang is trying to abuse that by picking lane dominators like the Disruptor, Dawnbreaker, Juggernauts. And they might just be able to pull out the W against Boljoint. For now, the CS is favoring the Boljoint side with Ozige leading the charts 8-4 against the 3-1 of the Ember Spirit. He might have suffered taking Steering Chains level 1. So, um, we'll see how Apicity pulls back from this lane.
So
But he
Ember
has hit level
Spirit.
3.
Like I see a lot of Ember Spirits. Oh, missed them
Or
actually
top
the
lane.
bottom. Or
Bottom
yeah.
lane. So they lost this is the power of the Disruptor, the lane winner that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And another
Oh,
kill
another
top
kill top
with
too.
the Grimstroke Juggernaut. So Shower Gang is actively playing incredibly active in the lane. And it's a 0-4 lead for the Dire side. So this unless the TA and the Tiny are able to hold on their own, right? This might put Boljoint's plans to a halt, especially if they can't find the space to recover.
Oh, did
But for
the
now,
Hoodwink get glimpsed back?
I didn't catch I didn't catch the kill because I was watching the mid lane, as you expect. And judging from how the lane is going, right, this TA is handedly um destroying the end. Okay, a glimpse back just on the Hoodwink to try and take the bounty. But the ward there from Shower Gang does see the movement, so Hoggy Hunter is there to try and secure the bounty.
So far, pretty
Yeah, but as us, yeah,
good game. Up 4-0 in kills, but the net worth is still slightly on the side of Boljoint. Primarily due to this middle lane, 23 and
yeah,
6 in CS, double the CS, and 5 more denies.
it is a 400. It is essentially a 500 gold lead for just between the mid laners, right? So um that 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 might be a problem on bottom lane. They get the kill onto the Dawnbreaker. They might just get one more kill. Uh, Akon doesn't bounce back.
Mm,
Luna does not want to die for
bad
this.
RNG.
And yeah, it's tragic. And a kill mid lane. So Apricity overplaying his hand, and that just seals the deal for this mid lane.
I wanted to
They
ask
took the
about
yeah,
Ember Spirit. Like I see some Ember Spirits max the uh, ch- sleight of fist,
sleight of
and
fist, yeah.
some choose to like put 2 or more levels in the was it Flame Guard.
Flame guard, yeah.
So when do you choose either one? Like, is there like something that's more just standard choice, or is there?
I mean,
Uh,
it depends on the matchup, right? So the strength of Flame Guard is that it allows you to negate magical damage,
mm-hmm.
and it does a lot of instances. So in particular, this matchup, the Ember is seen as the TA counter because you can purge off refraction
Yeah.
defensive stacks just like that because Flame Guard does a lot of instances of damage, so refraction's just gone. But at other times, if you are playing the Ember, you can take the Sleight of Fist if you want the cheaper form of damage against the laners. But top lane, yet again, it's a Inkswell spin combo, very, very potent. Setting up Bingor for a very fast timing
Oh,
on the Maelstrom. Bottom lane again.
could be
So they do get
a
the kill. They do get the kill on the Disruptor, but I think Raging Tomato will just be fine. Stuart might want to die for this, but I think he's fine.
very, very close situation there for Raging Tomato. He's able to stay alive just barely. We've had some good exchanges on bottom.
It is, definitely is, because Raging Tomatoes certainly isn't losing in the last hits, right? And now that they are increasing their lead with the kills, certainly favoring them. As you can see, it's a 1K net worth lead for Boljoint already.
I like this
We'll
TP
see.
mid by the Disruptor. Uh, this is right here at like the 6 minute mark or 5:30. When the first ward has disappeared, uh, and it helps. He's able to help secure that mid rune.
Yep. Could have refilled the bottle of the Ember Spirit as well. So right now, Shao Gang are in recovery mode. The chains though, that's unfortunate. They missed out on the TA. So Ozge would be just fine. And now it's a full 1.2k net worth lead that the TA has over the Ember Spirit. Bot lane, they do get the kill solo onto the Hoodwink.
Disruptor.
This one.
Smite.
He does spot out the stacks though. So this
Wow, nice little disruption there, and that will
so it's
cause
a quick
his
setup.
death.
But Apricity chains. He had a remnant further back, so he might have just panicked a little bit. But here comes the
Oh, here
Dawnbreaker with
comes
the
the
heals. Good
Dawnbreaker
stun.
ult.
He still has a Fairy Fire. They do get the kill onto Asgate, and that is the turn potential that we're talking about. This Dawnbreaker, she offers so much global potential when she has level 6. And they just
Wow,
might get another kill onto Luna.
wow,
That was
that was a
three
1K,
successive kills.
1K gold
Yeah,
swing.
yeah. They did, however, commit 4 heroes for that move. So it was pretty expensive in terms of space that they're giving to Raging Tomato and Big Nilging. but certainly worthwhile as they do stop this TA's tempo by just killing her one time. So they are trying to allow this Ember Spirit to recover, but he's still the bottom of the course, which is really rough. The Disruptor is still sitting mid. We'll see what they want to do. Unless he's lagging. Well, yep, they're lagging.
See what happens here. So we got 1K gold lead, but 9 kills on the other side. Um, how does that come into effect? Like, we know that a lot of the gold is coming from um, Ozige in the mid, the TA for on the side of Boljoint, but
What?
Shower Gang is still in a good like they're still like in a pretty good situation here. I mean, the side lanes they're winning the side lanes pretty handily.
I'd say to a certain extent, because the problem is that Raging Tomato now still will be able to play his mid game tempo that he wants with the Blink Dagger Tiny if he is going for it. He's shipping out a full thread, so he has threads sowing, right? But you can just see the difference in the net worths of the cores, right? So the Juggernaut is matching the TA, but this Ember is just way too far back to be able to do anything. Well, not say they can't do anything, but
Mm-hmm.
um his net worth is a lot lower than what they would have hoped it
And
to be.
and he's pretty item dependent, right? Like I mean, you need to have like a maelstrom or something to like really come online, right? Or do they build something else
I
around
mean,
it?
the Maelstrom is nice, but as much as the early game goes,
Mm-hmm.
the Ember Spirit really just needs levels to try and deal damage because he is going the Flame Guard build.
Mm.
So, um, and since he isn't going the Sleight of Fist build, right, he doesn't really need the Maelstrom that early. But a huge Melt Strike coming out from Ozige and a banish again from the Shadow Demon. the
Wow.
T the disruptor is alive and the Juggernaut comes into fight, but he is fighting into a level 9 TA.
Oh,
They
nice
do get
Omni
the
slash.
Ravage, but it was
Wow.
an Omni dodge. They do get the kill onto the Juggernaut, but they might just clean up big Neoging here. And they do. Buyback onto the TA, that's a very, very
Wow.
early buyback commitment.
Wow.
So that was a sick move coming out from Shower Gang over there. They do lose the Juggernaut, but they force Ravage and the TA buyback.
Who's the
But
disruptor?
however,
Was that Poggy Hunter? Because man, he did
yes,
a
that's
ton of
Foggy Hunter.
work. He really did a ton of work. Stayed in there, and that was a great Omni slash dodge on the Ravage there. That was well played.
Indeed. But again, you see in that fight, right? The strength that comes out from the Dawnbreaker is that she can be playing on the other side of the map, pressuring this tiny. And suddenly when there's a fight, it becomes a 5v5 fight because of
Yeah,
Solar
yeah,
Guardian.
no, yeah,
So,
exactly.
so
Like with
while
immediate impact, right? With like it's
yes,
just
yes.
just wow.
If
Yeah.
if they didn't have the Dawnbreaker, this TA would have lived because it was the healing that went out onto the Ember Spirit, and it was the final stun from the landing that killed off the TA. So this
So
Dawnbreaker pick is working out
it looks
for
like
them pretty
Raging
much.
is going for the Echo Saber, right? Is that what he's building here?
Yeah, he killed it up in his inventory, but he might just get gone on here. It was a nice chain
Oh,
coming out from
nice.
the Grimstroke. They might just be able to clean up the tiny here. Good chains. And Luna might have just TP'd into his death. They might have wanted the kill onto the overextending Dawnbreaker, but Apricity comes in with his Ember Spirit, making plays with only just still being the bottom net worth of the course.
Mm-hmm.
But with that move, they've essentially closed the net worth gap down from 1k to less than 1k.
Yep. Now they're sieging, putting a lot of pressure on the bottom tower.
Yeah, and os- once they clean it up, right? The tiny will have a bit harder time playing around this bottom lane anymore. It might just turn into a dead lane. But we'll see what Ozzy really wants to do for now. I think we'll mainly see him farming in the jungle because he does not want to risk that buyback death time. I mean, it's coming anyway, right? But
Sure.
he doesn't want to die so soon.
Yeah, he's 11 minutes in, and I mean, He's got
Just
just what
it's
the.
TA things, right? It's TA things. So he bought back and he was the third in net worth, but he just took an ancient stack, took mid, took jungle creeps again, and voila! Top net worth. TA balance TO, guys.
Man, I like this
So they
smoke
do
right here, waiting to punish the respawn of the triangle.
they do see the TA, they have the vision for it, high ground, but they themselves has the wards, or a misplay on the glimpse, and the TA will just be fine. That it is the spider senses coming out from Ozzy, understanding where they want to play, and it was the vision that's coming out from the dire side as well, from the radiant side as well, that saw this rotation when the smoke broke.
Oh,
Okay,
I see that
Ravage,
that ravage used here.
but what for? They might get. Oh no, the sharpshooter misses
Oh
as well.
wow.
So Ravage is down. DD's popped on the TA, but no real impact play.
So can we expect the shower gang to immediately look to go for a gank or push a tower now that ravage is down? I mean,
We will definitely see them try to converge mid tower, which is what the supports are doing right now because they still have their ultimates. More importantly, right, is that Dawnbreaker ultimate is still up, which means they can play to the tempo that they want. And they get a
yeah,
good static storm out onto the TA. Dawnbreaker, is she coming? And as you see it, is the Dawnbreaker ultimate catching both the TA
ouch.
and the Hoodwink. TA is down for 70 seconds because of the buyback. Hoodwink just gets out barely with a life. Raging Tomato shows up and they lose the Ember Spirit. They might have lost the TA, but Boljoint gets the better trade in the idea that they get two heals instead. But all this time, Bingo still farming has the Maelstrom. They commit the Raging Tomato on TP. They really do like this mid tower a lot. And it's important that they hold it.
Yeah, Bingo are cruising right now. Now the top of the net worth.
Yeah, and it's the differential is going to only increase because the TA is suffering a 70-second dieback. So this death timer on the TA is going to cost them a bit. And again, okay, so you can see what Shower Gang is going for. They have no Ravage. Tiny committed his TP, which means that he can't TP in now. And now they commit even the Juggernaut mid to try and take this fight. Luna getting caught out of position here.
And
Banish
Crib.
out from Myve, but they might just want to commit again for this tower. But you can see Boljoint really, really wants to protect this mid tower if it costs them lives. They have the Blink Dagger on the Tiny, but again, no Ravage. So we are seeing a 5v5 Clown Fiesta right now at mid, just staring at each other. Foul. But Shower Gang might come out on top because they have more resources with the healing one. Seems like they do want to back off for now. And Raging Tomato does go back into the jungle. So they break it up. Seems like they want to wait for Solar Guardian again, and they might be afraid that Ravage is subs. Blink Ravage is on the menu now, but I'm fairly certain Shower Gang will have seen the blink on the Titan.
Yeah, they probably did. He has that ward there.
Yep. They are pinging him as well. So here might be where Shower Gang might be slightly outmaneuvering Boljoint a bit. Boljoint has a tendency of really loving their mid tower from their rotations, right? But now, because they just sit the Ember Spirit mid, right? They have these 3 to 4 heroes sitting around the area, and they are losing out in terms of control on the map that they want to play. But okay, instant smoke coming up from Boljoint. Might just want to find this Dawnbreaker. She has the hood, but Blink does not commit the Ravage. Does not commit the Ravage. They are scanning. But that is a smoke for what? Not much. So
TA opting to go for the Black King bar. Next queued up item here.
So understandably so, because there is a lot of magic damage coming up from Shower Gang, and the most disruptive combo, if you will, get it, comes from the
Good one,
disruptor.
good one, good one, good one. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, she needs it.
Yeah. So because if she doesn't have it, she can't walk out of static field. She's just gonna hit by Dawnbreaker out. She's gonna be hit by Static Storm. She can't cast spells, and it's all in all going to be a very very difficult fight without the BKB. Shower Gang, they might have lost the mid tower, but again they are rotating heroes. Same thing with Boljoint. See them mirroring each other's moves. They even bring Raging Tomato over, but Bingo decides not to join. So it's this I want this mid tower factor that both teams really are playing towards.
Mm-hmm. And
Do
yeah,
note,
like you said,
ladies and
Bingo
gentlemen
just.
at
Oh, go
home,
ahead.
mid tower most important, mid tier one most important tower of the game. And if you're a big ball joint fan, you can see them really really defend it
Yeah.
with their lives.
But like
Literally.
you said, this like playing so close to the mid, all five of them was really leaving Bingo to just form, an efficient route through the top lane easily.
Yeah, so they are essentially ball joint is committing more resources to try and defend this mid tower, and they're losing out on farm on the map. So you can see, right, even though they had the TA, they were up 2k net worth lead. That buyback death on the TA cost them a lot. But
Yep.
more importantly is that this fact of I need to defend this mid tower that is really costing them, because they still are making stacks, they still are taking ancients with the TA, but because of their team's decision to stick around this area, right, they might be losing out a lot more than what they could be getting. But fair enough, they are defending their mid tier one.
I love how this Dawnbreaker is just taking all this free jungle farm. Here we go, going
Oh,
on the Ember
Ravage
Spirit.
out.
There's the Ravage. Oh no.
But Apricity does get out. Raging Tomato is in. BKB out from the TA. But they might just be able to kite this. Vingor is in, spinning in onto Luna.
Wow,
Big
she's
Neoging is
so
low.
strong.
So currently it's now a 3v5, and Shower Gang is still leading in terms of manpower. The TA is caught. She has no BKB. She might just go down here. She is man fighting, but nice searing chains coming out from the Ember Spirit. They might just see Raging Tomato. He might commit in for the Dawnbreaker, but
Oh,
decides against that and just chooses to
oh,
TP out. But
oh.
a glimpse, Raging
Nice
Tomato comes back,
glimpse.
overplayed his head, and that is
That's, that's
this.
huge.
That
That's
is
2K.
huge.
2K gold.
More, yeah.
And a ton
And
of kills.
we were talking about the mid game timing that ball joint really want to hit the blink dagger echo saber on the tiny, and that was just one very botched move on them by them. They will lose the mid tower, but more importantly, the TA rushed the BKB to try and win the fight.
Yeah.
And that fight, that first showing of the BKB didn't go well.
Yeah.
They
It was a
might just
weird,
be in a
weird
huge
area to
takeover.
fight. Like it was just, man. And they went on the Dom breaker or bringer or whatever or
No,
breaker.
they went on the Ember Spirit. They went on the Ember Spirit. But here's what happened that I saw. So the tiny blinked in, right? So he avalanched the Ember Spirit, but the tide blinked in at the same time, but he blinked on top of the tiny, which means that the tiny tossed
Yeah, yeah.
the Tide Hunter instead of the Ember Spirit. So Ravage was blown by a remnant dodge out from Apricity. So a miscommunication coming out from Boljoint might have just cost them very, very heavily.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what Boljoint want to do for now. But because they lost the fight, right, they are trying to play a bit catch up. As you can see, their cores are playing a bit more split on the map, trying to find whatever farm they can get. Bingo top. The TA does go on him. He has a spin, no Omni, and the TA is still chasing. Drops
Oh
the
man.
healing ward, TP out from the TA, but
Shadow Demon.
they might just catch my TP, but it's not quick enough. So that was a very, very quick rotation out from Shower Gang. This might just open up other places on the map. Raging Tomato strolling down mid. But they might just commit for this top tier one on Shower Gang side. They see the TA again, and more importantly, she has no BKB. So a good stack storm. They catch the TA. She's silenced. She's bull whipped, and she's dead. So that move again top cost the TA a life. 4k net worth lead now. They see the tiny mid, but he isn't committing for the tower. Will he commit for the tower? He is smacking it. So what will Shower Gang do? Will they respond to this movement? Or will they just choose to give up the tower? But holy crap, that was two very, very quick moves coming out from Shower Gang. The aggression coming out from Boljoint working against their favor.
I mean, the longer this game goes, the worse it is for ball joint, right? I mean, like the TA is gonna fall off, right? I mean, she misses this timing.
Not necessarily. Because of TA changes with the +8 refraction instances, right? TA now is a decent late game hero. But um if you see her build and the Tiny's build, right? They hard committed for this mid game timing.
Yeah.
She went the BKB, the Tiny went the Blink Dagger. So essentially what could have been farm potential, what could have been more damage to scale, is wasted on a Blink Dagger, not used to make rotations.
Yep.
So they are being punished very hard for their over aggression.
And Bingor is just getting really, really fat. Now he's got a. Well, now we got a. Wow, even the Dawnbreaker, both Bingor and the Dawnbringer leading in net worth. Dawnbreaker just slightly above the TA and Bingor 2K above. So they're slowly
Yeah, and
climbing away with it.
it's yeah, it's essentially the result of them sitting mid, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
with by committing 5 heroes to try and defend the mid tower, Shower Gang is able to put the Dawnbreaker bottom and the Juggernaut still farming top. So understandably why these two heroes are the top net worth. They are outmaneuvering Balljoint at the moment, especially since they just needed to keep the Ember Spirit mid to try to keep Balljoint on their toes.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I think Shower Gang is going to feel really very confident with their position, right? They are still trying to get Apricity back in terms of net worth, soon clamoring up to the Tiny. And rightfully so. Shower Gang are trying to hit their next few timings for themselves. The Aghanim Scepter on the Ember Spirit, and the Juggernaut is about to get his Shadow Blade as well, or working towards the Silver Edge for no more damage.
So where should ball joint be playing towards? Like, what is the next objective for them, or are they just looking for an item timing right now? As we see the quick BKB use and TP here.
Yeah, so the thing is that the team should be playing together, especially since they have Ravage, so
Mm-hmm.
they should be trying to abuse this mid-game timing that they went into, they committed for it. But because they aren't necessarily falling further and further behind, but the fact that the net worth is staying even is not working out in Balljoint's favor.
Yeah.
And right now, right, especially since they have the TA with Deso, so this could be the timing that they want. But if they lose this Roche, Balljoint is in a very, very difficult position.
Oh.
They catch the Shadow Demon as they do get a Ravage. They might kill off the Ember Spirit. He has buyback, but the Shadow Demon is still alive amongst all of this. And we were saying the Shadow Demon is the most important hero. But they kill the TA, Ravage is blown, Omni Slash is now used on the Tide Hunter, and Raging Tomato is left in no man's land. The Grimstroke spots him out, they ping him, Raging Tomato might go in for the Grimstroke, Echo Saber, Avalanche Toss combo, they catch Favorite Worst Nightmare. But that's a 4-for-2 trade. Was it worth it? I'm not sure. Oh, Stuart, good hammer. Divine for what? But Raging Tomato might just want to make a counterplay. They do have the TA trap inside, so they see him. They see them. They see the Disruptor. He has the Ghost Scepter, but does not commit for it. And now Raging Tomato, he has 2.9k health, but I don't think he's getting out of this one. More importantly, he is trying to buy time, but your position 1 Tiny is down.
Yeah.
Roche is still up. TA is dead for 10 seconds. More important. Ember is still up though. And they are still going to try and commit for this Roshan. I don't think Balljoint can afford to let it get away. And they might just chain feed another kill. Maiev. So this TA, at the start of the draft, we were talking that they are on Radiant, they have the TA.
Mm-hmm.
They could go for a quick Roche with the Tidehunter Gush, but this quick movements is decent from Shower Gang. it's putting a stop to what Boljoint wants to do.
Yeah,
And it's
certainly.
now a 7K net worth lead.
I mean, TA was so far ahead in mid, like just ridiculously far ahead. But those early fights, that buyback, that just hanging around, like they had no opportunity to control any like real clashes, and now they're just slowly being like squeezed out of the map. And now TA's forced
They
to go
they
back.
actually they actually still had the opportunity, and that was the tiny blink dagger. You know, that's why you saw them try and make that smoke move into the dire triangle. Boljoint actually really likes that move. Um, but now that you see them on the defensive side, right, they don't feel as good.
Yep.
They aren't as confident, and they aren't playing to their draft and what their draft wants to do. And you can see Raging Tomato, he was queuing up the AC, right, and he committed for the Hyperstone, but now he changes into the Morbid Mask, so that's 2k into a Hyperstone that doesn't really build into an item for now because he's putting it off forward. So how they're going to need some very, very strong initiation from
Yeah.
Boljoint if they want to be able to turn this game around. Maybe a Ravage into some form of Avatar's combo into Melt Strike from the TA to burst down the jug. But with a Dawnbreaker, Grimstroke, and a Disruptor sitting behind, can they really do it? I have my doubts. But
Yeah.
if anyone's gonna pull it off, I think perhaps Boljoint with this kind of lineup and their willingness to play aggressive, they might just be able to do it.
Oh man, I like this
But
double fluffy hat on the
okay,
disruptor.
bottom, Maven. He is getting caught out by Apricity, but I don't think he's long for this world. Bottom, they do see the tiny. Poggy might have just sent himself into his death, but they still are trying to chase Raging Tomato. He is strong. Apricity does have DD, but Avatar's combo, Apricity might have overplayed his hand.
Nice retake.
Ravage out from the Tide Hunter, but they catch Raging Tomato, buy back out from the Shadow Demon, buy back out from the Disruptor. Meteor
Oh,
Hammer barely
good
misses the
shit,
Juggernaut, but
man.
that's a dieback out from the Shadow Demon. So their safe hero is dead against the Juggernaut, and Omni Slash still isn't committed. Ravage was used. They get the kill on Apricity because he was feeling a bit overconfident with the DD, you know, but this is looking really, really grim. for for Radiant for the moment.
It is. It definitely is looking pretty grim here.
Basher Mjolnir out for the Juggernaut. He is feeling himself this game.
Yeah, he's fat.
Uh,
He's,
you don't normally see a TA get out farmed, but this domination of the mid game from Shao Gang, yeah, map movements is strong.
yeah,
It's good.
they're definitely a team to watch out for. I mean, they're going to be in the finals. They just, or well, if they win
If
this
if
game,
they if they win
if they
this
win
game,
this
if they
game,
win
they
this
are going
game,
to be
let's
in the
let's
finals. So
let's not count out one of the Guam teams, was it?
sure.
From the
Oh,
tournament we had.
these are one of the players lives on Guam, and the other four is friends from Manila. So these are another
Okay.
good group of friends, I believe. And they're still in it. I mean,
They have a lot of D push. That's the good thing. They can hold high ground very easily, but it's a Juggernaut. All he needs to do is spin and hit a tower. But now Ball Joint is locked into their base.
yeah.
Raging Tomato very close to his Satanic.
This is 10k now. 10k
Oz
gold.
yeah. Ozige looking towards the nullifier for the Ghost Scepter on the Disruptor. Aegis has timed out at least. So if Ball Joint are going to make a play, it has to be soon. It has to be soon.
Yeah, I
They
mean, it
can't.
feels bad, right? You know, like you got this blink dagger. Like
Yeah,
you went
so
BKB
exactly.
before freaking Deso. Like
Yes, so
you committed to fight, and I mean, not only
They
not
didn't
won
fight.
those fights, yeah, you didn't win the fights that you did fight, and you just didn't fight enough, I guess, or look for engagements.
So you saw, right, that one fight that they lost, they suddenly felt on the back foot and they couldn't play to the timings that they wanted.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not sure what Boljoint could have done because I'm just an unshit player. But from my perspective is that if they committed for the mid game timings, they should have tried to at least play to their mid game timings, made use of the blink daggers before they get their BKBs, abuse your TA while she still has the BKB, the BKB advantage. But now it might have been a bit too late. And the strangest thing is that Ozgie does recommit for the blink dagger, which allows her to get in on the supports, but the supports are pretty farmed on Shao Gang's side.
Yeah.
4 stuff on the Grimstroke, Ghost Scepter on the Disruptor. So she might get the Blink Initiation, but if she can't one-shot them, she can't. She doesn't have Daedalus. She can't blow these guys up because they're just going to kite her.
Yeah.
So I'd say a little bit of strange itemization
I mean, who
and
is the target price? If you're a ball joint, like, are you looking for like a pick off, or I mean,
I mean you have to try, right? If you see how Shao Gang is playing, like back then, right?
mm-hmm.
Before they lost the fight, it's that Stewart was always playing alone. Bingor was always playing alone.
Yeah.
And if they caught the Dawnbreaker, like granted she's tanky, but if you caught the Dawnbreaker, she can't exactly she can heal herself, but she doesn't offer that global presence because you're now at her position. The rest of the team needs to come in and help her. But that timing was lost, and now Boljoint is locked into their base.
Jug is getting pretty close to this Scotty, it looks like.
And once that comes out, oh boy, this Tiny is not going to have that much of a game.
Yeah.
Counted Satanic, counted attack speed. Woo. Honestly, I really like Arganim Scepter for the Tiny instead of the Satanic, just all in commit for that high ground defense. But well,
Yeah, now they're
this
just
is
stuck in their
looking rough.
base. Like,
Yeah. And the lead is slowly building for Shao Gang. 8K to 10K. You have to know what they're waiting for by now. And if Boljoint gives them Roshan again, I'm not sure they are able to fight into it. Because once Ravage is down, that's their only team fight spell that they have.
I mean,
Shao
and
Gang
they
is
have
just
to wait for that,
buzzing.
right? I mean, they have to wait for that fight. Like, they can't just like smoke, or I mean, it would be ill advised to like smoke and just go for, like, I don't know, a gank bottom or something, right? Like,
So the problem, the issue that Boljoint is facing now is that if you notice how Shower Gang is playing, every single lane is pushed in.
yeah,
Every single lane never gets past
the river.
the middle portion of the Radiant side. And that is because they have the Dawnbreaker, they have the Ember Spirit, they have the mobility on the heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And what that means is that Boljoint cannot leave their base. So now that they have mid lane pushing out and the Dawnbreaker is far, they now make their play. There's a Ravage onto the Juggernaut, but beautiful Solar Guardian out from the Dawnbreaker. They kill off the Tidehunter. BKB is running out from the TA. TA is dead. She buys back. Tiny is dead. And it is a full 5-man wipe. Buyback from the 2 cores, but buyback 3 buybacks. But what can they do? They have no Ravage.
Yeah.
And you can see what they intended to do. They wanted to fight before the Roshan is up, but they were just too far behind, stuck in their base and all.
Man, that's the Solar Guardian does so
Off
much.
buyback.
Oh,
They might just be able to kill Luna here. Okay, so the Tiny does kill Poggy Hunter, so currently it's 4v5, but TA doesn't have BKB. Raging Tomato is caught out in a bad spot, no Ravage. He calls down the Meteor Hammer, but for what? He dies again, he dies back. They might just be able to kill Bingo.
Wow.
So
Okay.
the buybacks are worth it. The 21k net worth suddenly drops
Wow.
down to a 17k. And this opens Roshan because now 4 heroes are dead unless they commit buybacks from Shao Gang. So Shao Gang overstepping a little bit, and very well played by
Boljoint,
Boljoint.
yeah, no, definitely
Yeah.
was. At the beginning of that last exchange, TA was like right clicking uh, Dawnbreaker and just doing absolutely no damage. It seemed like, but obviously maybe overstayed their welcome there, and they were
No,
able
so
to
so
get a
what
good kill.
what I saw happen was that the Juggernaut and the Dawnbreaker were lining up for Psy Blades from the TA, so it was essentially doubling the damage done
Mm-hmm.
to Shower Gang. So a misplay coming up from Shower Gang gives up Roche, and right now Ball Joint might just have a way back into this game.
Yep.
The net worth isn't evened up, but if you look at the XP graph, oh boy, it's spiked up.
Yeah, that was a 5K. I mean, they got back in like 5K, so they were down like 21K or something. So they have definitely made a move towards coming back
Trying
in
to
this
recover
game. But
into this
yeah,
game for sure. For sure. And now Raging Tomato has purchased the Crystallis, so that is more burst damage coming out from him. The TA also has a Crystallis, so they do have options now to burst down the heroes of um Shower Gang. But the most important thing that Boljoint managed to get out of that exchange is map control. They finally managed to
yeah,
get some mods into the triangle, into the jungle, and now Luna is able to play top, get some neutral items. So it might be a bit rough for Shao Gang to try and keep them in their base again.
it's
So
crazy to
if
think that there's only one tier one tower down on the side of Shower Gang too.
they've been doing an excellent job holding the towers. But if ever a moment was 3-2-2, that would be it. That would be it. So right now, Shower Gang might be looking towards just waiting out the Aegis because they don't want to fight into an Aegis TA.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the shot on Tiny, so I don't think they're willing to fight into that. But the moment Aegis is gone, right? If they kill one of the cores
Boljoint
on
side.
ball joint side, like the TA or the Tiny, right? It might just be game over. That is their win condition for the moment. So we'll see what they might just catch Luna out here. She's in the trees. Stewart is chilling. Shows himself in lane. Luna with the invis might just be able to get out of this situation. All right.
Hmm.
So for the moment, the Grimstroke has his Aghanim Scepter already, so he has the Dark Portrait to put out onto either the Tiny or the TA, which gives them essentially an extra hero to deal more damage. But right now, Shao Gang wants to again perform this chokehold onto Ball Joint by dealing with the waves, pushing it in. Ball Joint does have wards on the map compared to just now, but we'll have to see what they intend to do instead of cooped up in their base. The TA just purchased something. Do you see what it is?
No, I didn't see what it is. The TA. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the
he
TA
must
just
have
bought an
shit.
item.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Curious in base. Strange. Oh, the TA did an Exinf.
Oh yeah,
So she
yeah,
now has the psionic projection, which might prove troublesome to what Shower Gang wants to do. Because now that she has psionic projection, she has that global presence,
yeah,
jumping from one area to another. So Shower Gang will be hard pressed to try and find this TA. More importantly, Ball Joint now has opportunities to make their play around the map that they want.
yeah. And now TA can like just get out of the Dawnbreaker ult. Like
Yeah, if she has a trap down,
yeah,
for sure.
I think got traps all over the place.
We'll see what Shower Gang wants to do, but the Disruptor is queuing up the Aghanim Scepter as well. So he might just be able to, if he does get it, this TA might face a very, very hard time in the fights.
Yeah. And then Disrupt is only 2,200 gold away from it, so.
I mean, for support, it's still pretty far. Still pretty far. Okay, DD from the Juggernaut and Aegis has expired. We'll see what Shower Gang wants to do with this timing.
Oh, there's
They
smoke.
smoke out onto the Disruptor. It's a solo smoke from the Disruptor. He might just be trying to find somebody, a quick pick off onto maybe the Hook Wing or the TA. But we can see the menace this TA is being around the entire map. Just pushing out waves consistently. But despite that, right? Despite this TA being a solution to the lane, the pressure coming up from Shower Gang, look at what the other four heroes of
Raging
Boljoint
Tomato
are
is
doing.
just sitting around, like, getting zero farm and slowly losing.
He did finish
gold.
his Daedalus, so that's a small point for Boljoint. Sorry.
Yeah.
They do catch out the TA, they see the TA, but she's TPing out. So
Okay, that was
that's
close.
that.
Almost. I called the slight.
What I'm more concerned about is this Shadow Demon. He is the save for the team, especially if the Disruptor gets the X. He's their only save if the TA gets caught in the Disruptor X out. And if he dies, there's no save. And he barely has any items. He might be working towards a Blink Dagger or a Glimmer Cape, which gives him some form of survivability. Shower Gang biding their time.
This is Jug holding on to a double damage too.
I think Shower Gang might just be trying to make the play that they did just now. Just bide your time for Roche. The rest of the team is not getting anything. And the second Roche is not as important as it was the previous patch because there's no cheese shot. So this third Roche might just be a very, very strong turning point for Shower Gang. Because you get Aegis Cheese and either Refresher plus eggs. Refresher or eggs, sorry. If you get eggs, you put it on Disruptor. If you get Refresher, you can give it to the Ember Spirit and he suddenly has 10. He has 10 remnants. Double BKB.
There's been a lot of action in this game, but it's been a pretty patient game. Like, we're playing around the different objective timings in the game and farming.
So
this Jug is pretty
yeah,
huge.
so it was explosive at the start, of course, with the Blink Daggers, the BKBs, but for now, right, Shower Gang knows that they cannot afford to give up the position that they are in because they are against a TA Deso, they're against a tiny Daedalus, which means these buildings that they have won't survive at all. The Shower Gang are very, very patient to try and not avoid a mistake. So you see, like, just look at what Stuart's doing. He's never overstepping out of this tower. Normally, any other low-rank player, oh, I see farm, I push, and he would have gone to maybe around here. But he knows that nobody's showing on the map. He cannot afford to step out. If not, he might die. Especially since this TA is just sitting bottom and consistently pushing the wave into their face. But this gives time. This gives time to the rest of Shower Gang to build up their items and to wait for Rosh. So Roshan is up. We'll see whether Shower Gang does spot it. Favorite Worst Nightmare is walking in. Is it? He spots the Rosh. And it's unfortunate that Boljoint do not have the TA trap inside the Rosh, because if they did, they would be able to spot this movement out from the Juggernaut. And it's a DD, Gaben Blesser.
Wow.
Gaben Blesser. So this Rosh, Aghanim Scepter.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it goes onto the Disruptor. I'm fairly certain. Actually, the Solar Guardian upgrade is good as well, with the evasion and all. and the extra healing. But we'll see what
Yeah, he
we'll
gets
see
it.
what Shower Gang decides to do. Okay, they give it to the Disruptor. They know their win condition.
So this is a huge fight coming up.
Yeah,
I mean,
for
this is
sure.
the Ags reveal too, and I mean, but at this point, that could be the game, right? So
Yep. I mean, okay. So if you look at the buyback status, almost every hero of the Radiant side except the TA has it, and she has it in 140 gold.
yeah.
So they are aware. And if they manage to do off a buyback play like they did just now, Shao Gang overstep, they might have another chance at this again. But it gets even harder now because Shao Gang is very okay. So Poggy Hunter is a divine player,
Mm-hmm.
and yet he hasn't eaten the Roshan Arcanim's blessing, so he does not have the Arc buff. Poggy Hunter, please. Poggy Hunter, please. Eat your Arcs. Oh, they catch the TA?
Oh,
Bash!
this.
No! Oh, no!
Oh.
The Psionic Projection! Very balanced hero,
Oh.
by the way. Very
Oh. I'm
balanced
gonna
hero.
play more TA now. I didn't know this. Wow. Okay.
They did nerf that spell, but holy mother.
Oh, that could have been
Hey,
bad, but the BKB's gone.
Rankin?
So
Okay, Bingo is taking a lot of damage. Disruption save from the Shadow Demon, but Raging Tomato is caught in a very bad spot. Um,
oh.
they do miss the sharpshooter, but they commit Ravage. Omni Slash is in. They catch the TA, buy back out from the tiny, buy back out from the TA, and they might just kill the Tide Hunter as well. So far, Shao Gang has not lost a single hero at all in that exchange. 3 buybacks again coming out from Boljoint. 4 buybacks again. Will Shao Gang commit the same mistake? They do have the ages. Avalanche combo out from the tiny, but he's caught. He still has the satanic. He is safe from the disruption, but he's caught in no man's land. Apricity, satanic cuts out,
Oh,
but they
the
might just lose the
stun.
tiny. They
Oh.
lose the Tide Hunter, 2 diebacks, TA, no BKB. They are killing on Luna, 3 diebacks. This
Oh,
might just be
TA
game. TA
committed.
is
That's
caught.
gone.
She gets bashed. She is dead. Ultra kill for Bingo, and Boljoint calls it GG
Wow, close
in an
game. Oh, it was a good game.
explosive
It was very yeah.
closing game.
Wow. So
In an
that
explosive closing final.
yeah, definitely. So Shower Gang will move on to the finals tomorrow. This was a great game, man. You know, and this is really cool just to see because I get to see some of these players play. In like segmented, right? Like okay, Raging or Poggy. So it's good to see them in their element, like with people that they normally play with all the time, and that was a competitive game. It was a really good game between the two teams. Dinky, thank you for the great analysis and casting as usual. We will see you tomorrow.
And hopefully, I don't embarrass myself.
Meepo? Are we gonna play Meepo again? It would be interesting.
Maybe I might just go minus Meepo
So
again and
wait,
just
let's go pull up the standings real quick to see who you guys are facing.
we're facing Nitro.
AHGP
Yeah.
Nitro's team. No love lost between these two teams. This will be fun.
Quit bitching. Quit bitching. Is what
this
is what they say, right?
this will be a good game. I'm excited to see. Well, so we have two games. We have that and War and Rage versus Sinking Ship. One of these games cannot be streamed, right? Like it's just right now is what time is it? Oh, actually it's early. It's midnight here, but yeah, we'll see. We're gonna play this fight here tomorrow. Maybe we can get away with streaming both games and then also doing the follow up game. So we will have 2 or 3 games tomorrow. Um, yeah, tune in, check us out. Any closing words, Dinky?
I can't believe how Shower Gang managed to kill 5. Wait, 5? Managed to kill 10 heroes without losing a single one.
Yeah, it was,
They didn't even
it
lose
was
Aegis,
well.
I think. No, they lost Aegis. Sorry,
No,
they
they
lost
lost
Aegis.
Aegis. Yeah, the
They lost
tiny
Aegis.
tiny killed
Yeah.
the jug, but yeah, no.
It
I
was
mean,
it
that's
was
just stuff.
it was 9-1. It was 9-1.
I mean, like
I think
essentially
I
we were
think
talking 2 cores. You know what I mean? Like a TA and the tiny and
yeah,
the ravage. It was missed a lot, right? Like we missed a lot of ravage there. Well, and it's not like I don't want to say it was a user error because really Shower Gang just did an excellent job of
They outplayed
outplaying
Boljoint.
the yeah, definitely. Definitely outplayed. It was a good game. Very good set. That was exciting. I was really impressed.
Was.
So,
So
but yeah,
good,
awesome.
fantastic game to watch tonight.
Yep, I'm gonna
And I'm
close it
not
out.
looking forward to play. I'm not looking forward to play against them if I reach the finals. Holy shit!
Oh yeah, this is crazy. But definitely gonna be a good game. I'm excited to see War and Rage and Sinking Ship. This is actually the game I want to see the most. War and Rage versus Sinking Ship. Uh, I think overall, War and Rage has a great mid. Like their mid is ridiculous. I think he's ridiculous. I think he's good, very good. And War and Rage, the rest of the team is also good. They play well together. But so does Sinking Ship. I like that Sinking Ship is a well oiled machine of, I don't want to say lower level players, but you know what I'm saying. Like when you put a bunch of gorillas together and you just push them down one focus objective, it's actually very efficient and effective. So we'll see what
Hopefully
happens
we'll see.
tomorrow.
We'll see them show up tomorrow with a good play.
I,
Even if they might lose, I hope they do try their best tomorrow.
oh, I hope so too. I don't like, even like we saw Boljoint versus Not Like This, and it was a stomp, sure, but
But I know they
this
tried,
is this is
and that's
just
what
a
matters.
introduction. Like really, the goal of this tournament series is to get more Guam teams to come out and play versus international competition that's there at every level, whether it's immortal level play or divine or ancient or herald or guardian, whatever it may be. But just that there is a large community out there, Dota players, and that the game can be very competitive and fun. Like I think a lot of
Yeah,
people, at least locally, where I'm from, they get caught into that small mind mentality where like I'm the best
small
here.
mind.
I'm the best here. That's all I need to be. It's just the best in this like 36-mile island. But it's just so small. You know what I mean? There's just more out there. And
Mhm.
there's more to test yourself. There's always more to kind of test and gauge yourself and improve at. So I'd like to see more Guam people play because there are a ton of good Guam players. And I just don't, I don't see them enough. So anyway, enough about, let me get off the soapbox. Then I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of your night. We will see you tomorrow, 10 p.m. Guam time, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
SGT.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much for the opportunity,
Thank
and
you.
I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
And on that note, guys, I'm going to close the stream off. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, we got those games tomorrow, 2 to 3 games. Should be exciting. And the finals on Saturday. And we know at least half of that finals will be Shower Gang. Incredible game today. Great team synergy and just map movement. That was eye opening to watch. But I will end us with a couple of commercials and see you guys tomorrow.
We understand an upside.
A rogue virus. No jobs. Sky-high tuition debt. Life is trying to put our generation on the sidelines. But we refuse to just sit back and watch it pass us by. Instead, watch us fly ahead. Watch us overcome anything. Watch us rise. Watch us change our world. Watch us become the next greatest generation.